Who doesn't love a good hack? Like anything with life, people have found a way to cut some annoying corners when it comes to gaming. Whether they're hacks that help make your gaming habits less expensive, hacks that cut down unnecessary wait times, or hacks that simply make your life significantly easier when it comes to playing your favorite titles, there's a slew of tips and tricks out there that every committed gamer should know about. So today we're taking a closer look at some of these with our list of the top 10 hacks every gamer should know. Starting us off at number 10, emulators. Dying to play Pokemon Red or Blue again but just can't find your old Game Boy? Is your N64 long gone and dead but you really wish you could play Ocarina of Time like you used to? Well, there's a very easy solution that will give you hours of satisfaction. If you don't want to hunt down an old console on eBay or Amazon, that is. Get yourself an emulator. Emulators operate swell on PCs or Macs, although can sometimes glitch, and they're free to download. You can even get them on your mobile phone if you give it a Google. If you're unfamiliar with the term, an emulator is basically a program that allows you to play old games that you can download, typically from the same website depending on where you're looking. For the Atari 2600, you can download Stella, which, fun fact, was actually named after the console's codename. The JNES is an emulator for the original 8-bit NES, there's the PCSX2 for the PlayStation 2, and for Game Boy, there's a handful of emulators based on the system, like the Visual Boy Advance for Game Boy Advance, Dream GBC for the Game Boy Color, and Basic Boy or GNU Boy for the original Game Boy. Most are open source, which is rad. While searching for the games, just Google the name of the game with the word ROM. ROMs are a computer file which contains a copy of the data from the read-only memory chip, aka the game cartridge. You can easily find libraries of ROMs online. All you gotta do is use the power of the Googles. Up next, number 9, PS4 controllers. One of the most annoying things that PS4 gamers encounter on a frequent basis is having your controller die out. Now, if you don't have a second controller or a long enough cable to reach where you're sitting comfortably, it can be oh so frustrating to have to pause and get up close and personal with your screen in order to keep playing. And if you had a PS3, you know that the PS4 controllers noticeably drain faster thanks to the additional immersive features they boast, the speakers and the light on the back of the controller. Now, there's a way to minimize the amount of energy that your controller consumes though, which may help with giving you more juice. The trick is to go into your controller settings and dim the light. Now, while you're unable to turn it off altogether, it does help. You can also turn off the volume on your controller too. Every bit helps. And at number 8, the PS Vita. Here's another trick for you PlayStation users, specifically those who went out and bought a PS Vita back in the day. While the PS Vita is now seemingly useless, there's a fun way that you can still put to good use with your PS4 that makes that once silly investment actually worthwhile. You can connect it to your PS4 and stream any of your console games onto it with the Remote Play feature. Not too bad. But you can also use it as an additional controller. Once again, sync it up with Remote Play, log into your PSN account, and select the PS4 link option on the menu. Make sure your PS4 is on. The Vita will search for any PS4 consoles on the same network, meaning they both need to be on the same Wi-Fi. On your PS4, go to Add Device, and you'll find a temporary code that you can then input onto your PS Vita. It will sync up the image on your television or monitor to the screen on the PS Vita and allow you to use it as a controller, making couch co-op that much more fun when you have a limited amount of controllers. Neat stuff. And at number 7, cord storage. This is a prime example of a brilliant life hack that makes your life so much more organized, at least when it comes to cords of your various consoles, that is. So you know the cardboard tubes that your toilet paper or kitchen roll is wrapped around? Rather than toss them out, or recycle them as you probably should be doing, hold on to them. Get yourself a box, then load it up with the cardboard tubes, and then wrap up your individual cords into a tube each. May not be the most presentable way of keeping your cords organized and untangled, but hey, it's super effective. And costs pretty much nothing. You're gonna have to buy toilet paper anyway, or at least we would hope. To each their own though. And at number 6, more memory. If you have a large library of games that you're flitting between all at once, lacking enough memory on your system when it comes to console gaming can be a pain in the ass. But there are a couple of ways to maximize the amount of memory that you have though. For starters, getting an external hard drive is huge. 1 to 2 terabyte external drives are small, super portable, fairly inexpensive, and will pack a major punch when increasing the amount of room you need for new games. You can easily plug it into one of the empty USB ports on your console. Second, some people have actually plugged in a USB key into those ports, which is essentially the same trick except smaller in scale and even more portable. The downside to that is that you'll need a USB with a large amount of gigabytes on it, otherwise it's kinda useless. Plus, if you save all of your game files and the game itself onto the external drive, it makes it really easy to go in between consoles and just plug it in and play that game elsewhere. So you can actually save on games or just share with your friends easier. Third, if you're having this problem with your PC, you can download software that actually helps you manage and free up storage space by deleting temporary files. Programs like CCleaner are a good choice for this. Now, to clean up your RAM, try using something like Razer Cortex, which closes unnecessary applications and services. This should help boost your PC's overall performance. Up next, in our number 5 spot, cleaning consoles. Have you ever had an issue with your PC or your console where all of a sudden you load up a game and your system sounds like it's about to take flight or just like flat out blow up? Well, that's because it's overheating, which is a direct symptom of having too much collected dust inside of it. Now the easy way of fixing this, or preventing it, is to clean out your system. While dusting your system off once a week is the best way to stop this from happening, if your system already sounds like a fighter jet prepping to rocket out of your living room, you can give this method a try. The best way to remove dust is to literally open up your console. Get your hands on some tiny screwdrivers that are small enough to unscrew the tiny screws keeping the shell together. Now keep in mind you could try using a bottle of compressed air to get rid of the dust around the edges, but you're going to want to be super careful with that. It could shoot the dust further into the system, making it worse. And the opposite, sucking the dust out with a vacuum, could cause even more damage. You might dislodge some of the more delicate components inside of your console or PC. Best solution? Open it up and carefully use compressed air to get rid of the dust. And obviously do it with the system off. Kind of a given. Also, Q-tips are your friends. They can be really useful when trying to remove any particularly nasty gunk stuck inside there. Also worth noting that if you can, keep your console out of closed off areas, like tight shelves beneath your television. It's the easiest way for dust to build up, which is pretty much inevitable anyway. Now if you can't, just giving it a clean once a week helps a lot too. Or invest in a custom-made dust cover for your system. There's a slew of them that you can buy on Amazon, and they kind of look like duvet covers for your console, which is at least kind of adorable. In our number 4 spot, button remapping. Are you someone who plays on multiple consoles? Or have you ever disliked the way that certain game controls were mapped out but you just can't fix it in the option menu of the game itself? Well, fear not, there's a super simple way to get around that. All you have to do is go into your console settings and remap the buttons. Regardless of whether you're using a PlayStation or an Xbox, both consoles have options that let you remap the controls or customize button assignments. Now, while it's tedious to have to constantly go back and forth and adjust your preferences based on what game you're playing, at least if you're playing one game for a long haul, you'll be able to play it how you would want to rather than being frustrated by accidentally hitting the wrong button all the time. You win some, you lose some. But if you're mapping out one controller to be kinda like the controller on your other console, I mean, that's pretty dope. And at number 3, help your eyes out. If you game on your PC a lot and can go for hours on end, you're probably no stranger to feeling your eyes strain from time to time. Whether you're doing it for fun, if you game professionally, whether competitively or as a streamer, it's probably a common occurrence for you. And all that strain can actually cause damage to your eyes in the long run. Gotta protect your peepers, people. The best way to put your eyes at ease is to get yourself some glasses to protect them. Buying something along the lines of Gunnar Optics glasses. Now these glasses are engineered to help eliminate digital eye strain and block out blue light, ultimately making things easier on your eyes and stopping you from getting those annoying headaches that strain can cause. There's also cheaper options that you can find at places like the Source or Best Buy, but quality does matter. If you don't want to go all out and invest in a pair of glasses, another simple solution to fix the problem is downloading something like Flux, which is free for both PC and Mac that adjusts your screen's brightness and color based on the time of day. And at number 2, the Ethernet cable. Having a rough time playing online? Is your Wi-Fi connection sometimes spotty at best? Well, instead of calling up a different service provider and, dealing with all of that drama, the easiest way to overcome this problem is by getting yourself an Ethernet cable and directly connecting your console to your internet that way. It will exponentially reduce any lag that you have. This is actually a good trick to do regardless of how confident you are in your Wi-Fi. It just ensures that any online game will run as smoothly as possible at all times. And finally, and at number 1, download on the go. Now, unless you're in school or unemployed and have a solid amount of free time to devote to gaming, it's probably safe to assume that you don't have a lot of time on your hands just to play whatever you want whenever you want. So when you get a new game, you don't really want to waste any time downloading it, do you? You probably just want to jump in and play. Now there's a hack that you can try that'll allow you to do all of that tedious downloading and installing business without actually having to be physically in front of your console to initiate it. If you purchase your games online with the PSN app or the Xbox Smart Glass from your mobile device, and link your account to the app with the hardware at home, you should be able to wake up your system while you're not there and download the game you purchased while on the go. Oh, the wonders of contemporary technology. Alright, there we have it, friends. Have you guys ever tried out any of these hacks? If you've never given emulators a go, we highly advise you try it out. It's a hell of a good time. Give us a shout in the comments below, let us know which hacks you enjoy the most. If you guys dug this video, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more videos on hacks, lists on your favorite games, news, updates, and even Let's Plays. We stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 PM Eastern Time, so come on over and join us. Suggestions are also most very welcome. In the meantime though, thanks for watching everybody. I'll catch you all in the next video.